What do you feel the state of hip hop is right now, gang?
It's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. And me, I'm just, one of the best rappers on earth. So, I mean, what am I saying?
Is it bad to say that I'm one of the best rappers on earth?
Nah.
Right.
I am.
Right.
Everyone knows this. And anyone that disagrees with that is, they lying to themselves. But then we get back to that mirror. They need to go step in that mirror.
Right. And look at yourself.
And then bring up my discography and everything that I've done for hip hop, LA, the West Coast. Like I carried a lot and I asked for nothing.
Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
All righty now, man. Game back in the neighborhood. Game.
Yeah.
You one of my favorite lyricists.
I appreciate it, man.
Hey,
you
bro.
tell me that all the time.
I say it all the time. And then there's times, bro, where Game, you could do something where, you know how some people, they say, I'll take the first verse, and then there's a lot of collaborations.
Yeah.
Like, you would literally do a song by yourself. And I always say, man, you never cease to amaze me on what it comes to you as being a lyricist. And I'm telling you, man, I say this in your presence, and I say this when you're not around. You are one of the dopest lyricists to me, bro. And that's got to be very important to you and how you write. Do you write with a pen or do you type in?
It just depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes if my phone is overloaded, you know what I'm saying, and calls and texts coming through, then I'll just put it on the charger and I'll pull out the old yellow pad and just go old school on it. But sometimes, for the most part, I do write in my phone.
Hey, man, you know what's wild about this game? We've been sitting down for years.
Yeah, long time.
And we've seen evolutions. We've seen our kids. We've seen relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to have this kind of staying power.
Yeah.
Because I remember just sitting down on a documentary. You know what I'm saying? What does that feel like, bro? Just to stay in power and the ups, the downs, the ebbs and flows, the accolades, everything that you've gotten over the last couple decades now.
I think that the reason I came in this was just because I wanted to not be in the hood no more, not have my mom in the hood. I was having a son, and I just wanted a better life. And so I just tried rap, and it ended up working out for me. But if anybody that know me, I mean, at this point, me and you got over 20 in. So it's like, if you know me, when I really want to get something done, I'm going to get it done. So once I set my mind to being, one of rap's elite, it wasn't nothing nobody gonna do to stop me. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really matter. And hats off to Jimmy Iovine, Dre, and Aftermath, Interscope, and all that, 50 and all that. But it didn't matter who I signed with. I was gonna end up in the same position.
Hey man, how important is it to be the lyricist that you are though?
It's real important.
Hell yeah.
In a game where lyricism is. It seems like at times a lost art. And I try to, you know what I try to do? I try to separate the two, right? Because you got a lot of artists these days, and they just, they get money. They're young,
right.
They get money, and they don't want to do all that overthinking and over that.
Yeah.
But and that's a talent in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a lyricist, or an artist that's like multifaceted, where you can do everything, you know what I'm saying? Like when you can write hooks and, you can get lyrical, or you can battle rap, freestyle, do whatever, and make good albums and good songs. It's like that's not easy, man. And so a lot of these guys that are putting out these records, to some people that, are invested in lyricism and real hip hop, they'd be like, I don't like all that. But somebody does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I make sure that I don't hate on nobody that's not doing what I'm doing, and that I feel like as long as as long as cats is employed and they doing music and they have a fan base, like cool. I don't have to know.
We seen that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we seen that with West Coast hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It was at one point it wasn't for everybody,
right?
And it's kind of like you just kind of go to your audience, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And then we saw what the West Coast did, and that W went from West Coast to worldwide, right? And we seen that. So when you say now, like, hey man, that's just what other people are doing, and it may be hard to do what you do, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at certain people that's popping right now, it's not like. Not that it's not hard to hate,
right?
But sometimes do you look at it and you like, man, like
it's a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
No, not everybody.
Right.
And so even the guys that aren't lyricists that are excelling at what they do, you know what I'm saying? The cats that are trying to do what that guy is doing, that's how you become trash.
Yeah, the sloppy carbon copy.
Back in the day, Busta Rhymes didn't sound like Method Man didn't sound like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre didn't sound like Nas. Nas didn't sound like Tupac. Tupac didn't sound like Biggie. Everybody was different. So when you heard a voice, you knew it was, and you got excited because you hadn't heard that voice in a minute. These days, where a lot of young artists get lost at is they all sound the same. Sometimes I don't know who's who, and I may love the song, and I might play it in the gym, play it in the car, but sometimes I don't know who the artist is, and so. My advice would be to the younger generation, like, find your thing and do you.
You know what's wild about hearing you say the younger generation game? Because I was on air when you were the so-called younger generation. And game, you came in already like kicking ass and kind of taking names too, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild to see an evolution, and not an evolution of like, oh, game change, but just to watch what priorities become. You know, you never lost West Coast. You never lost Compton. You never lost gangsterism. You know what I'm saying? But just the evolution of life, too. You know what I'm saying? And seeing dad and, you know, maybe you count to 10 before you swing at somebody now. You know what I'm saying?
5.
Maybe you count to 5 before you swing on somebody now. But you know how you come into the game. Do you expect, like 20 years, did it go like this to you?
Fast, bro.
Yeah, fast and slow, though.
And, yeah, you know, for me, to be here with you, right? I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't pop out a lot. But for me to be here with you, it really lets me know how fast it is, right? Because, I mean, you still look like Big Boy to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But not like the older Big Boy. You look like the Big Boy I remember looking like Big Boy.
Right.
And when I look in the mirror, you know how somebody has to tell you, you ain't seen your family in a long time. You be like, boy, you getting big.
Yeah.
You see yourself every day. Right? So to me, when I look in the mirror, I just see the same game that I've been seeing. You know what I'm saying? And so, for some people, that's a problem.
Hey, man.
You're not who you used to be,
But let me tell you, too, though, game. For some reason, I saw a picture of you yesterday, right? And I don't know if it was from, like, a magazine, freestyle. It was something. But when I saw this, you was wearing, like, a basketball uniform. Do you remember this picture?
No.
Oversized. You look so little. Like, you know, little, like, you always been tall. Even when I look at pictures of us, this picture right here, I think I'm on my tippy toes on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's wild because when I look, even when I walk down the hallway right now, I'm like, Game's a big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. I just see myself. Right. But then when I go out, the number one thing they say, it's like, yo, I didn't know you were so big.
Right.
And I'm just like,
oh. But Game, how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you, Snoop, and Wiz are probably some of the tallest real rappers in hip hop.
Yeah, we kind of all like neck and neck.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that's about y'all height? Meth is like
Thug
me.
And Slim Thug and 2 Chainz are taller than us.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, they got to be Slim Thug probably about 6'7".
Yeah. Thug, come on, yeah.
And then 2 Chainz got to be like 6'6" for sure.
Gang, you played basketball too, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Really though. Did you have hoop dreams, or you had more?
No, I had.
Scoop me up in the Cadillac dreams.
Nah, I had hoop dreams, and basically all the guys that I came up with, BD and Tyson and Gilbert, like we all played together when we was younger. They all went to the NBA. So
really though.
Yeah, I didn't.
And then here you are. You failure.
I am gangster rapper.
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
Hey man, are you a gangster rapper?
You know what? I think that's I don't really know what a gangster rapper is. When I think gangster rapper, I think like Spice One, and I think like the young Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think like gangster rappers when it came. I thought NWA was gangster rap.
Right.
I followed in their footsteps, so I mean, I don't know.
But do you feel like it's a loose term now?
I feel like if I'm a gangster rapper, I might be maybe one of the last ones left.
Really though.
Yeah.
Hey man, new music. What's going on?
Look, man. So, you know how I get. I was working on a documentary for the last year and a half. I told you to come to the studio, and then I went on tour, and I'm glad you didn't, because then I scrapped the last album, started over.
Hey man, but the stuff that you press delete on be better than a lot of stuff that's
guaranteed.
Yeah, because there be times when I be like, yeah, man, like, oh, Game, this is it.
Yeah.
Then you come back like, yeah, I had 15 more songs. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I was supposed to drop the documentary 3 this year, but it got pushed to the top of next year, and so I want to drop something. So I just decided 3 days ago that I'm gonna do my first Gangster Grillz with DJ Drama.
Really though?
So 3 days, 19 songs, straight.
All
yeah,
all done, like full songs.
Everything's done. Everything's done. And the homies is like, why don't we just use the, what's on the drive? And I'm like, nah, it's.
Oh, so these are 19, like, these are 19 Gangster Grillz songs. Like, you knew this was for this
48
project.
hours. I didn't leave the studio. Like, literally started on Friday, and now I'm here.
Have you ever had one of those, like Lil Wayne to forget his lyrics?
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those where you say, I said that?
I forget the lyrics all the time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you know what? When you got a fan base like, Wayne has or I have, like, you just...
But there's bodies of music, too, though, Game, that you can't stick the mic out to.
Yeah.
Because there's so many songs.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say Lil Wayne, sometimes I've seen videos where people quote his lyrics back. I wish I was more prepared because I know that I could quote lyrics back to you.
Right.
And you probably won't remember them.
Yeah, I don't.
Because what was the one I used to call you on all the time? Was it 600 bars? What was the bar? 500 bars?
So many bars.
See?
Yeah. I don't know any of those. And to be truthfully honest, like if it ain't Red Rose, White Ceiling, I might not,
Right. Hey, man, Red Rose, White Ceiling.
Yeah.
We see it.
Yeah.
What is it like for Game when you see the collage of Red Rose, White Ceiling, when it's time for you to freestyle and you be like, yeah, when I think of and then you go into Red Rose, White Ceiling.
When I'm outside with Big Boy, I'm in a Red Rose, White Ceiling. Hey, yo, if you think about it, it was genius.
Right.
So what happened was it was the intro to something.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a song. You know what I'm saying? It was a full song. It wasn't never a freestyle. So when people in that, at that time, when whoever was asking me, to freestyle, I'm just like, yeah, well, I know this 3-minute song by heart. I might as well spit this one. So I was on a promo tour, and so every time they asked me to rap, I was like, yeah, well, this is easy.
Red Rose.
Let me just put 2 bars in front of it when I'm in Virginia,
I'm in the Red Rose.
When I'm in New York, and so it got like that.
Hey, man, did you think that it was going to not bite you in the ass, but you know how things are recorded now?
Yeah.
And back in the days we had where everything wasn't recorded.
Right.
Does that get in the way? Because the lyrics are still there.
Right.
But when you hear Red Rose, White Ceiling, when you see that cut up, what do you look at and you say like,
I didn't care when I was doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like
I know that you don't care. You brought it up.
Hey, when I do, my father, man, rest his soul.
Yes, sir.
He taught me something a long time ago. The main thing that he would say to me every single day was the worst thing to live with is regret, right? Mm-hmm. So everything that I do, whether someone else likes it or doesn't like it, like I just do it. I don't look back. When I look back, I'll be like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. No, everything that I've done in my life, I'm good with.
I heard
so
that.
So whether somebody made a collage and put on, I never felt slighted when they did it. I felt like somebody like that day, you did your research, you collected something.
Let me ask you this, man. With the Gangster Grillz, right? What's the title? Because I've always sat in here, and I don't know if you've heard it, but I'll say to the neighborhood, man, or anybody in conversation, I say, man, he need to call his project Red Rose, White Ceiling.
Yeah, I thought about that, but then I thought it was too cliche, man, So the first thing that happened to me, the documentary is coming out in a
that's
few
a
months,
given.
Right? This album is incredible. And anybody that knows my penmanship and know what I do and know what I represent and how I get down and what I put in the albums and projects knows what it's going to be. But it's an album simply for my core fan base and just to add on to my legacy. I'm already a legend. Nobody has to tell me that, give me that. I don't need any more flowers. I don't need awards. I don't, all of that stuff is, meticulously voted on by people who are scratching people back. And it's cool. I get it. Like, that's life, right? But the Gangster Grillz, man, I can't wait for the album to come out, right? And so we got a date, and I just can't wait on it. And I feel like my fans want music, so I hit Drama. We just on the phone casually, and I was like, you know what? We never did a Gangster Grillz. He was like, let's do it. And so I went to the studio, 2 days, 19 songs. Straight.
And so what is the title?
Oh, every movie needs a trailer.
Damn, that's good.
And you know what?
And plus, the
album's coming.
Yes.
Main event, and I just felt, and I happened to be watching.
Every movie needs a trailer.
Yeah, I was with my daughter. We was at home, and Wicked 2 came on commercial. We was watching TV, and I was like, every movie needs a trailer.
Damn. So yeah, man. So you can't do the Red Rose, White Ceiling now.
Nah, not right now, man. But I got you in the future.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. But then documentary 3's coming. So Red Rose, White Ceiling is probably not gonna be one of them things that I'll ever hear.
It might fade away.
I'm gonna take it.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Please.
it.
Please take it.
Yeah. Hey man, that's like that Michael Jordan crying emoji when people just like, all right, enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
It don't matter what I post. You could, if you post me, it's gonna be like Red Rose White selling.
Yeah, in the comments.
I love it.
But you know what I love from it too, man, is I think when people do certain things, people want it to hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you bring it up or when you say it, and are you on social media a lot, or do you check?
I mean, I'm on it. I don't post a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, I'm not a Insta baddie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when I post something, it's like either my kids or something. It's just not a lot. I'm not really like that focused on social media. You know what I'm saying?
What have you learned about game or you as a human being in the last 5 to 10 years? Not as a game as an artist, and then JC on.
Yeah, so
as a person.
In the last 5-10 years, what I've noticed is that life is fast, right? And that as soon as you could appreciate what I'm about to say to you, that is the moment that you need to lock in on that, right? So like people you care about, right? Whether it's your mother or your children or your girl or anybody that you care about that cares about you as much as you care about them, give them all the energy and they'll give it right back.
Right.
Stop focusing on outside things, looking for outside validation. You'll never get it. And then as soon as you don't do whatever a stranger expects you to do, they move on. Mm-hmm. But your people that love you, right? And when I say love, I mean reciprocal people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I love my mama to death. She loved me to death.
Mm-hmm.
So I talk to my mom every day. I love my kids to death. They love me to death. So we outside eating. And so what I had to do was stop womanizing. You know, when I was in my 20s and 30s, it was all about like, damn, she bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you got a boyfriend? Let me get the number. Or now on Instagram, it's sliding in DMs. Like my focus is elsewhere
different now.
It's just different, man. My kids are bigger.
How did you arrive to that though?
I start feeling empty after having transactional experiences with people, right? Like I'd go do, like me, if I wake up and I feel like I don't want to go do a show because my daughter has something and she wants to do it, then I guess I got to cancel it and it got to be what it got to be. My priorities are a lot different these days, and I've always been focused on my family, but I tried to juggle things that didn't really matter as much with things that meant the world to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't do that no more at all.
Damn, but that's not like a light switch. You know how when we sat down with the Den of Kings, I was like, nothing's a light switch.
Right.
It's a dimmer. It's not like it just turned on. You know what I'm saying? So that dimmer is like, okay,
and so,
yeah.
To piggyback off of what you're saying is it's literally time and wisdom. And that's if the higher power, which is whatever God you praise, affords you the time on earth to be wise enough to learn as you go. Some people are just going through life. And so I know some people that are 20 years old that have lived a 60-year-old person's life and took everything with a grain of salt and really locked in. And I know some people that are almost 60 years old who's childish as shit, who still haven't learned the lesson at all from anything they're going through.
And the career, and the one thing that we've seen with you, Game, is we've seen you have to grow up in the business.
Yeah.
Is that different when no pun, but when all eyes are on you, is it different? Or you don't even know another way probably now?
I don't know the way except the way that I came. Mm-hmm. And the crazy part about it is I know the way back, but forward is just like with life, man, you lead, you put your best foot out, man, and you pray for the best. And again, you pray to whoever you pray to, but you definitely stay surrounded, by the people you love. That's where I get all my energy from, man. Mm-hmm. My kids, my family, people that actually love me. I talk to people that love me all day because I love them. And my outside interactions are little to none.
Has the game, and not your name, but has the game been fair to you? And I'm talking about business and all that kind of stuff.
Nah, I didn't play it right. Mm-hmm. I didn't play it the way that I should have played it. But I still super surpassed any expectations that I had when I first picked up the pen and the pad. I became a household name.
Yeah.
I was eating at a restaurant last night. The owner was about like 80-something years old. And he was like, should I know you? You look like somebody I should know. And I was like, I don't know. He was like, I'm going to call my son. He's like, my son's, 31. Maybe, he put his son on. His son was like, that's the game.
Yeah.
And so, again, it just, like, I know who I am. But that was cool, too, because it was instant.
Right.
He looked, in the restaurant was low lit. You know what I'm saying? But he just seen straight through the dim lights, and he looked past his dad, and he saw somebody that, he thought was cool. So.
Is it different being recognized everywhere you go?
They still made me pay for my meal, though.
Yeah. They're like, I love you. And that's when they know you got it.
5-star.
Yeah. Hey, man, what's the game privileges, though? And we've had this conversation before where you had these privileges. Like, I know big boy privilege.
Yeah.
I know that if my wife go in and they say sometimes like, oh, it's going to be a 40-minute wait, then I walk in, the table's available.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, big, we got that for you. There's got to be a lot of game privileges, too.
It's probably similar.
And we'll get to the women later.
No, it's probably...
Right.
It's probably real similar to yours because we are LA staples.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? So it's like, I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, I do.
I know when it's time to go to a restaurant, I don't need a reservation nowhere in this town.
Yeah,
and
man.
pretty much anywhere else too, but in Los Angeles for sure.
Yeah.
Like every day, I go for a jog. And
which I think is hilarious. I told you my wife saw you walking down the street.
It's crazy.
She was like, yeah. And she was like, I saw him. I was like, that's pretty far from where he lived, too.
Hey, yo, it's dangerous.
And she said, you had like a bag on.
Yeah.
I was like,
had a
man.
little trash bag.
Yeah.
My birthday coming. So, I'm trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an Instabaddie.
Yeah,
But
right.
I still got to do it. I got to get right.
Yeah.
But, man, I think about it every day. I'm like, man, I'm jogging out here, and it's still Los Angeles. I don't care where it is. You know what I'm saying? San Gabriel,
everywhere.
It's everywhere, right?
They everywhere, bro.
And I think, like, man, if somebody just really wanted to, like, impose harm on me, they would probably go to heaven today. Yeah.
Hey, man, do you ever feel like you brought any of that on yourself?
I think that, all of it. All of it. I own all of it. I had a choice, and life is all about choices. And my middle children's mother told I got these things that people tell me that really stick with me. She always told me life is about choices. Every time I do something that's like fucked up, she'd be like, she don't have that much remorse for those bad choices. And she's a school teacher, so she would just be like, hey man, and we had this thing. I would always be like, well, I picked the person I wanted, and she'd be like, I kind of just ended up with you.
Damn.
But no.
Right. Now I feel you.
I was young, whatever. But she appreciates this version of me because I'm an outstanding father. I'm always been very present for the kids. But I went through some trials and tribulations. She was right there with it. And she gave me a lot of game because she's a few years older than me. Mm-hmm. But, she would always say life is about choices. I didn't really understand it in my 20s. But now it's like, if you make the choice, who else can you blame?
Did you misuse the power?
Which
power's just whatever it may be, because power's a motherfucker.
I think that I misused the power with a lot of family and friends early on.
How so?
I kind of just took advantage of being the breadwinner, and it was like my way or the highway in relationships and in family instances too. The only person you can't take power from is your mama, though.
Right.
She turned you into a pink Power Ranger every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just as recently as yesterday, I was reminded. She was like, I pulled up with a shotgun and blasted the door off and tried to take your daddy's life. That's who you talking to. I was like, she said it laughing. I was like, yeah.
Especially with the
Mom.
giggle. You're like, all right, Mom. Yeah.
Then I called my auntie because I was like, maybe she's capping. You know what I'm saying? Called my auntie. She was like, no, honey, she tried to kill your daddy on Rosecrans. I was like.
She pulled up in a red rose, white scene?
Exactly.
Damn. It's been that gangster for that many years?
It's deeper than rap.
Game, but talking to you as well, man. We've had like conversations. We've had way more conversations than so-called interviews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you call my kids by name, my wife, you know what I'm saying? So we have a different kind of relationship, But also when we sat down with Kirk Franklin, it was Kirk Franklin, Snoop, Matt Barnes, Deion Cole, Game, Big Boy, and Kirk Franklin. If I'm missing anyone, I don't think I'm missing anyone.
Kirk Franklin twice, but
yeah,
it could be early.
But it was sitting down with Kirk.
Early offset dimension.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I love you regardless.
And you are? Gang. Oh, okay, yeah. No, but when we sat down, we saw there was a table full of growth. And we've seen people that we've known for 20 and 30 years sitting at this table having this conversation about.
Did you say Matt?
Matt Barnes. I think I said Matt, but I did. Okay, well, anyway, Matt Barnes. All right.
Times 2 with the dementia.
There it is. You know what I'm saying?
See, look at my hand.
Right? Hey, man, but when we sat down, there was a lot of growth at that table.
Yeah.
And sitting with you now, you see the growth. And what I love about this, man, is that we didn't see a lot of people make it past either a rah-rah or a moment or something like that. And I even say with certain people that we see get disrespected, I say, man, that person is getting disrespected because they lived. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like if somebody was cut down in their 20s and early 30s or teens, we hold them different, as opposed to seeing them grow and change and become these other individuals, you know? So with that, even when I see now, when you talk about relationships, with your relationships now, man, I've seen that you talked a lot about women in your life, women in your life beforehand. What was that turnaround that have you speaking on women the way that you do?
I had a few times I think it was probably like pre-COVID, right? Like around 2020 or something. I was still having like not random, but like, you know, you talk to a woman, you take her out, y'all get intimate. And about 2 or 3 times in a row, within a 30-day period, I was feeling empty. Mm-hmm. And I had like suicidal thoughts after having sexual relations with certain women. And I'm not suicidal. I don't want to kill myself. I didn't even want to kill myself then when I thought about it. But I was like, why do I feel so dark? And when I say suicidal thoughts, I wasn't like looking at a gun like, I'm going to end it today. It was just like, why is my mind in a dark place? And it was, and the first time I didn't notice, second time I didn't notice, third time I was like, I think I know what it is. I seen an interview or something on the internet, and somebody was talking about energy, intimacy, like, you know, pardon me, little guy, like semen retention, and like, you know, you can't just be entering everybody's body or releasing your energy into other people, just anybody's body. And there is a chemistry between two people, like, you know, you and your wife. You guys been together for so long. And so that energy is what drives you, what got your kid in college, what's making your daughter personality glow. And so there was certain times in my life, because everything ain't peaches and cream. Certain times in my life, even with my children, there's a little disconnect. I could be there every day, but like, am I all the way emotionally and mentally available? You know what I'm saying? When my daughter, like, you know, came home and she felt like her friends weren't being, you know how the teenage stuff is, weren't being their best friend at school, she'd come home with some energy. And so I started thinking, am I sending my daughter off with, because I didn't give her my usual speech this morning, and she taking that and like not knowing and going into school, and maybe it's her or maybe it's me or who knows what it is. But let's just bring it all back in and let's channel the energy a different way, a positive way, and try to be the best that we can in this household so that when you step out, you can lead your pack. And so you can bring light and love and positivity to your friend groups and all that. And so ever since I've been doing that, and also not just randomly sleeping with women or doing the things that rappers do, and that doesn't even have an age limit on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just the stigma of rap, and we walk right into it and live it too.
And you say you mishandled women. Yeah. And that was just like, is that not being honest? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
just not being transparent, deception from the beginning, right? Like having a girl that you really care about enough to call a girlfriend and still disrespecting that union at its stage and lying and acting like you're single over here. And so once you do that, this woman thinks she's coming into something fresh and maybe getting out of something toxic. But you know that what you're doing is toxic. So you got a triangle of bullshit, and you're at the pinnacle, right? You're the leader of it, and you're also masculine, you're the man, and these are delicate, soft women. And in my caliber of women is like college graduate, 2-parent home. This is like my type of woman. And I mean, you know, my kid's mom. One is works at a doctor's office. The other one's a school teacher. One's a yoga instructor. So it ain't like I'm not running around.
But you're not doing that anymore, right?
What?
Just
going to yoga?
Going after them, those kind of women.
No.
Okay, because I was going to send Mariana and Ani out. I was like, when he was like 2-parent household, I was like, shit, save yourselves.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I try my best to not, and it's not just a woman thing. I mean, with intimacy and like my sexual preference is a woman thing, but I'm talking about all around, just humans in general. I'm trying to be a better person to people in general.
Is there somebody that's going to watch this interview and say whoever got him down got the best version of Game?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And I talk to my kids' moms about that
Game,
too.
isn't it? And people will watch this and they'll say whatever they want to say, right? But isn't it easy to have that much power, that much influence, and the things that you're not discounting it, but the things that you were doing, those are easy things. And those are things that most people probably would do.
Right.
When you have that much power and you don't even have to say, but I always tell people, I say, man, the gift can be your curse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like the gift. And it costs you probably a lot in stress, you know, the mental toll, so on and so forth. But you also had a chance to kind of like turn around too.
Right.
And in the process of turning around and recognize it, it's hard to look in the mirror, bro, and not like what you see or not like who you are.
Yeah.
Because we're looking in the mirror for a long time before we do something about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Has anyone told you that you changed?
I think the biggest misconception about me is, I mean, you know, if you listen to the music, like, I mean, I am my music. I am everything that it is, right? But it's still a form of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So it's over beats, it's melodic, it's poetic, and it is what it is. But I think the biggest misconception about me is that I'm just as intelligent as I am street smart. So I'm book and street smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
I read
scary.
a lot. I was, you know, like, I wasn't a dumb nigga in school. I was smart. And both of my parents are well educated. And so are all of, you know, my siblings. So it's like when people talk to me for, you know, longer than, you know, 60 seconds, they get it.
What do you feel the state of hip hop is right now, gang?
It's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. And me, I'm just, you know, one of the best rappers on earth. So I mean, what am I saying?
Is it bad to say that I'm one of the best rappers on earth?
Nah.
Right.
I am.
Right.
Everyone knows this. And anyone that disagrees with that is, you know, they lying to themselves. But then we get back to that mirror. They need to go step in that mirror.
Right. And look at yourself.
And then bring up my discography and everything that I've done for hip hop, LA, the West Coast. Like I carried a lot and I asked for nothing.
And I want people to listen to Game, not just the hits.
Yeah.
Because there's hits, Game, and then there's just songs that people they know, but they don't. Like, I dissect your lyrics. And I love when you say, oh, Big, I got one, or you'll send me one, and I could just roll to it.
Yeah.
And you sent me stuff that ain't never came out yet.
Right. That'll never come out.
Well, I'm glad you said that because it's about to come out in Japan. I want to ask you this, man. We always get into these Mount Rushmores, right? Taking yourself out of it. Mount Rushmore, LA rappers. West Coast rappers.
Take me out of LA, West Coast rap.
No, you're not in it.
Here you go again.
You're
never in it.
You're not in this one.
All right, cool. So what we doing?
Mm-hmm. Mount Rushmore. So four. Yep.
Damn, 4 is tough.
Yeah. You want to go 5? You want to go top 5?
Is it just writing your own raps, or it's just who I feel?
Give me the name and why.
All right, cool. We'll start at oldest. I'll say Eazy first.
Mm-hmm.
Influence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything West Coast is prominent if he doesn't do what he do.
Right.
If he doesn't do what he did.
Right.
So it's Eazy.
And this is Eazy as Eazy-E, not just the rapper. This is like, so what we're going with also is like what this means to
everything that he did to
go
the
ahead
game.
now.
You know what I'm saying? And of course we know that Ren and Cube wrote the raps, but wrote the raps for who?
Right.
The guy that set it all in motion. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, on it they would agree to that. Second, Dogg.
Snoop.
Snoop for sure. Snoop is he's Snoop, man.
Yeah.
Like it don't get no bigger than that, man.
It's still hot
knows,
as fish grease.
It's everybody knows Snoop. I don't care where you go in the world. And it's like that thing I was talking about. When somebody that's 80 might not know who I am for whatever reason, and somebody do. But everybody alive knows who Snoop Dogg, Jesus, and Santa Claus is.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I swear to God.
That's real,
Snoop
man.
Can go anywhere. You know Snoop, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh yeah. He said,
He's
"Oh yeah,
13.
that's my doggy dog."
Uh-huh.
But yeah, everybody knows Snoop, man.
All right, 2 more.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
Yeah, man. The reason I pick Ice Cube is because, I grew up on Boys in the Hood. I grew up on NWA, obviously. And Ice Cube, the writer, the producer, the actor, the entrepreneur, the thing, what he's doing with the big three is just you don't come in as a black man and rival the NBA with another basketball league.
And they worried about it.
They're worried, over worried. Protect Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Ice Cube, just for everything that he's given to the game. I over appreciate him.
And
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Now, you know it's a trip? That's pretty much all NWA or NWA influence. Because if we got Eazy, that's NWA, of course. We got Cube, NWA. We got Dre, NWA. And then when they had the remix of NWA with the the hello,
right,
that's Snoop.
It is what it is, man.
Hey, man, and when you look at what LA hip-hop is to you, right, and being a fan first and now being mentioned with the greats, what does that feel like to gain?
I'm humbled every time, man. I'm humbled. I really feel, like I said, when I came in, my expectations weren't but to just get my mama out of Compton. Yeah. That's it. It was about that, getting my sisters out of Compton, my mom out of Compton, and making sure that by the time my son was born, that I had $1 million. That was it. I needed $1 million in 9 months, and I figured that out.
Shit, I need $1 million in 9 months.
Send that plan over.
He stopped talking. Everybody was like, man, how you do that? You know, and legally. You know what I'm saying?
You can do it, man.
Mariana.
I promise.
Yeah, I did want to ask, there was a moment in 2011 when Snoop, Corrupt, and many other West Coast legends, you guys passed down the torch to Kendrick Lamar. And you were actually one of the first ones that knew about Kendrick. You actually featured him on your song, The City, which is how I found out about Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
I just wanted to ask and describe how proud you felt to see someone like him exceed his expectations when you kind of found out about him early on.
The first time I met Kendrick was a long time ago. I don't even know if he'll remember. He was going to the Yet Center in Compton, and as part of a probationary program, I had to go be a big brother at this Yet Center, and me and my homie Tato,
getting hours signed off. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't Kendrick's big brother, but he used to come in there and he was real young, man, and he was just always charismatic, always good with the words, man, and just a funny little guy. I don't even know if he remembers that. And so when I had and we grew up like across the street and around the corner from each other. But I gangbang hard, and Dot, he non-affiliated, but he Compton, and he ain't no punk either. Right. So and everybody from the hood that don't bang still is from the hood.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like he got that, but I always knew. So in the beginning, I would be going in the beginning of my career. I'd be going by Top Dog's house, and just helping him with J-Rock stuff and lending my 2 cents, since I was a little bit ahead of the curve than from where they were. And I was always asking Top, I was like, yo, let me get Dot. He was like, no. And so he knew what he was. I knew what he was. J-Rock, when I took J-Rock on tour, Dot was hype man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I asked Top again at my house in Glendale. I was like, let me get Dot. He was like, nah. But he was like, yo, what if we piece up TDE? And I was like, man, I got Black Wall Street. I'm good.
Yeah.
I want you to do
So
your
when you
thing.
say let me get Dot, are you talking about let me get him as an artist or as a feature?
Let me get him as an artist,
Right.
because I already knew I knew what he was gonna be. And nobody didn't understand it yet except everybody that was around Top and TDE. They knew. And I knew. And at first, everybody was saying how he rapped too fast and it was going around the hood and all of that, right? And I was just like, y'all tripping. This this is him. So when they was doing the when he dropped Section 80 and they was doing the thing downtown, Top hit me. I was in the bed, man, for some reason, watching like Breaking Bad or something. I was in the bed, I was comfortable, womanizing. I don't I can't even remember her name. But she could be left for the movement. So Top hit me. He was like, "Can you come up here? We Dogg is up here, Dre is up here, Corrupt up here. Can you come down here?" So I got in my car. I drove down there, and yeah, man, that's when the torch was passed.
Hey, man, and we see now, bro, like that's a worldwide name as well as other names that we've named.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I do want to get to Gangster Grillz. All right, when you go into this project with you and Drama, right? With you and DJ Drama, this is all new material.
All new.
This is with purpose of this is what this project is going to be before we get documentary 3. I
want to service his legacy as well, because Gangster Grillz, you already know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Everybody that somebody has done a Gangster Grillz, and they've been amazing. You know what I'm saying? From Eazy to everybody, Wayne, everybody, Gangster Grillz. We know what that is. So I wanted to make sure that I was at the top of my game doing this tape, and I wanted to make sure that I was as hungry going into the recording process as I would have been if he asked me to do one when I was 23 years old. Yeah,
and this is one of them things when people hear mixtape, people probably think like this isn't throwaway, because you'll never there's no throwaway. But this is the best of the best, produced intentionally.
And just like the album is executive produced by Mike and Keys.
People will come in and they'll talk about what's wrong about someone, what's wrong. I always like to say what's right with hip hop. All righty. Now, when we say what's right with hip hop, in January, we had devastating fires here. And without worrying about cameras or getting your crew together or saying, oh, I'm live streaming, I'm going out on the streets. What made you get out of your bed, the comforts of your home that probably wasn't in danger of being burnt down? What made you get out of your bed, game, and go and get on front lines?
My city was on fire. And I just remember being angry. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, man. And then the first day I didn't go straight away. It happened that like first evening, and I kind of sat back with my daughter, and I kind of watched it unfold. And I felt like I should have, as soon as it started, I should have been outside. But I just wanted to, take in what was happening, see where it was going next, and make sure that it wasn't coming to our house, because it was just right over the hill. We in Calabasas, it was right in Malibu. So I was just waiting that first night, making sure it didn't swing over the hill. And once we had to evacuate, though. Once the house was kind of secured, that's when I just hit the streets. And I ended up just going down. The Malibu fire, it was like a bunch of rich people, and so I knew all efforts were going there first. Once the one hit in Dina, and it was like, the people that are, a little bit on ground zero, and that we're going to lose more and not be able to get right back, I just went in that direction, man, and I was out there with all kind of fire departments. They came from everywhere, man. They was coming from Stockton. They was coming from Utah. They was coming there was fire companies that came from the East Coast too to help. But I was out there, man, sleeping, waking up, having my people bring coffee, and we was bringing blankets, hoodies, just everything to support, man, and just trying to, figure it out.
You know what's wild about that game is now that we've had a dose of what it looked like kind of right here, but people don't understand what that devastation looked like unless you're either involved in it or you go and you get on the front line. You don't know what it looked like to see a city, a community burn down. Right. You don't know what it looked like sometimes, man, to see someone and they don't know where they're going to spend the night at, or the smallest things that they would need is completely gone. So when you go on the front line, like we went on the front line, right? And then you go on the front line as a station, but then you go on the front line as an individual. And what's wild about this, man, is that the efforts of still building and bringing the communities back and making sure that Altadena remains Altadena with family and, as opposed to gentrification and buying up land with pennies on the dollar, that's why it's still important to have these kind of conversations. Yeah. And it's dope. Anything that somebody donated is beautiful. But when you get up, and I saw, you didn't go with streamers. I saw the cameras come to you. So when the cameras come to you, you're speaking for those that can't speak for themselves. And there's a reason why they come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, oh, that's Game. Let's talk to him. But your messaging is different. And your messaging is coming from a better place. And you'll see that, and your people say, man, if one of my hip-hop heroes or a human being could be out there, then I can do something.
Right.
And I thought when I saw that, bro, it's crazy how you could say something in social media and that shit'll go everywhere. But you'll do something like this, like, oh, Game was out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we did a lot of That's What's Right, bro. And for you getting up doing that for LA, and when I asked you what was it, why you said my city was on fire, that means a lot. Because the city's held you up, and you held the city down very well, bro. And there's times, man, when do you ever feel slighted by the city?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, look at the city. Look out the windows, man. It's a lot of us out here, man, and we don't have time for you know, selfish reflection.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot going on out here.
And you're a dad once again? You have a younger one?
Man, I got a 1-year-old. He was just you
gotta do it all again, huh?
I just had to pull 2 spoons out the toilet before I left. True account.
Yeah. Hey, man, but is it crazy, though, 2 Game? At one point, you would have been done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was almost there. Man.
Yeah.
You know, Cali 15, so I was almost
Cali
there.
15,
man.
how old is Harlem? 2021 now?
Harlem
22?
22. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, that's crazy, because that's Harlem on the cover of the documentary.
Yes,
as
sir.
a baby.
He was 1.5.
Yeah, man. And so what happens on documentary 3? Have you had that concept in your head of what that album cover looked like?
I've been talking to Jonathan Mannion about, you know, my legacy and my artwork and what I've done, what I've been doing. And, you know, me, I'm just like, yeah, roll the tires out. I'll sit back down again.
Right.
And John is like, man, I think we're past that. I think we're artistically, you know, for everything that you've accomplished. And then at the end of the day, you know, being the type of father you are, the type of artist you are, and where you are today, we got to figure out how to capture that.
Yeah.
So John is, you know, who Jonathan Mannion is. He did all my album covers, and he also did those iconic DMX, the one with the blood with DMX, and those Aaliyah photos you love, like classic guy, man. So he gonna come out here for a month, and we just gonna live and capture moments, and then we'll find something in that.
Hey, man, does new material make you nervous?
Nah.
I'm
good at what I do.
Yeah. What about the Game being compared to the Game? Because you know how we hear people say, I miss the old Kanye. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I don't really fall off. I don't really fall into that because, again, earlier when you asked me, like, you know, I think you asked me something like, I can't remember, you know.
Right.
Look at my hand.
See?
No, but what basically what I'm saying is that, like, I don't stop being who I was. I grew. But my skill set, it's like basketball, right? Like Michael Jordan had to retire, his knees is, you know, this is just mental.
Right.
This is mental.
If I'm sharp, it's sharp.
Yeah, if I'm sharp, it's sharp.
Hey, man, what about Ye? Have you talked with Ye? Or where's your relationship at now? Did dude send you 2, is it Maybachs or Maybachs?
Yeah, Maybachs.
He sent you 2 or am I?
2.
The chrome ones, right?
Yeah.
Still got them?
Where are they? Yeah.
They at home.
So how does this happen? How do you walk outside and there's Maybachs outside, or
nah,
does
man,
it tell you come pick them up?
I've been a brother to Ye for a long time, man. Like, you know, I known Ye is just as long as I've known you.
Right,
you know, since the beginning. I met Ye.
And I apologize because I ain't sent you shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
But friendship. You know what I'm saying?
You know, hey, you know, I brought it with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met Ye outside of Nelly's sweatsuit album release party at Nike Town. Back in the day, I don't know if it was like 2003 or something, or 2002, and me and Ye freestyled against each other. I lost.
Oh damn!
No, you didn't.
Nah, he was fresh. He was
No,
fresh.
you
I
didn't.
definitely lost.
No, you didn't.
The girls was laughing. They was laughing with him.
Right.
What he was saying.
Did he have the audience?
He had the audience, a
Yeah.
backpack. It was Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
I wasn't there yet. I had a white tee and some khakis. I came in, you know, didn't work out for me.
Right.
But what that did was that got me a BCD with Dreams on it. And I had that before I even started working on the documentary.
Damn.
So I had Dreams written, like halfway written, like for like 2 years.
With being a comrade and a friend and knowing Ye for years too. Same with me. And there's still some a little bit of protection you still put around, you know, your homies. You're telling they wrong in the car. You know what I'm saying? When you see certain things pop up, how much of that becomes like, damn, that's my homeboy, but he crashing out?
I just crash out with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dog, man.
Right.
And till he crashed out on me. And then I crashed back. You know what I'm saying? Head-on collision. But we good. We talked about it the very next day. We solid, man. But that's how it be with brothers, man. As long as you can like own up to what you did and have a grown man conversation about it and all that.
What happened with you and Ye? What was the crash out from him? Was it after the Maybach?
No, so Ye asked me to reach out to top 5.
I do remember this a little bit.
And so I reached out to top 5. He said, yo, Game, I need this dude to stop bringing me up on the internet. So I reached out to top 5, and I'm like, yo, top 5 was like, big bro, you know what's up? I'm like, yo, I need this to stop. And he like, I got love, I respect you. I won't say his name no more. I hit Ye. I'm like, yo, I talked to top 5, it's going to stop. Then top 5 followed me. So I followed him back. You know, come like as a olive branch, you know, on behalf of what, you know, Ye and what he asked me to do. Ye said, oh, Game following the ops. I said, yeah, my boy, it's one of them slap the meds off the table day or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he
what
crashed
did you
out.
Say?
Huh?
What did you say?
In return?
You said slap the meds?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man, you know that's my boy.
Hey man, there's new game and there's still some old game.
Hey, yo, look. Ye is my brother, man.
Yeah, man.
And so he knows that, like, you know, to be his best self, he just gotta, you know, make sure that he pop his meds. It's like we all get, and by the way, he's diagnosed with a bipolar disorder. Mm-hmm. I'm probably bipolar, but I haven't got diagnosed. If I go get diagnosed, then I'll probably have to pop a med or two to control it. Because sometimes I'll be 50,
Why you won't go check?
I'll be 40, 49.
Right. Why you won't go check? Or
I'm getting to that point where, you know, I'm getting up there, so it's time for, you
therapy,
know, colonoscopy and all of that. Like RIP to Chadwick Boseman. When that happened, it got serious. I was like, he 40, how old? And
43 when he passed.
So again, that is all of that.
It's crazy getting all this life stuff together, huh?
I just had a physical.
Hey man,
I just had to line
at
up.
one point you had to worry about going to the studio and going on tour.
I was with
you still got to go to the studio, go on tour.
I was with my mama, right? And my mama was like, had a man come over, and she was like, yeah, I'm just having somebody come over. And he came over. I was like, Mama, it's a white man. She was like, oh, I got life insurance on you. She's like, this is Ted. He's your handler.
Right. Is she the beneficiary?
Exactly.
And she's talking about coming with a shotgun and blowing on us.
Of course. She'll blow people away. But we in that time, man. She just like not saying that, you know, anything gonna happen. But you know, you got my grandkids, you got to get right. And you're not on it because she kept asking me about that.
We thinking different life right now, bro. In a major way.
Yeah.
Game, man, I appreciate you coming into the neighborhood, bro. We got to sit down and do this again, though, too.
All good.
We didn't even stretch out how we need to stretch out.
We'll be back, man.
There it is right there, man. Thank you, Game, once again in the neighborhood. Big Boy's neighborhood.